Continued. All right, guys. So we got super interrupted right then. Big mistake on my part. I had told my computer to wait before it updated. I'd said remind me in 1 hour, or I thought I said remind me in 1 hour. Instead, I had clicked it where it said update in 1 hour, and it kind of did that automatically. So it completely shut everything down in the middle of our live podcast here with Mr. Chris Grubiza. Thanks for being patient, man.
Hey, anytime.
I've been dropping the ball a lot lately, like really feeling like a rookie. So, all right, that was a good rookie mistake. So let's continue with the vlogging here. We're talking about gear, the gear that you use, the cameras. You mentioned that you use a Red, and I remember in the chat room there were people. As soon as you said that, some of the guys in the chat room, some of the fellas here couldn't believe that you vlog on the Red sometimes. You were mentioning it was because of the record time. You don't have to worry about it. It's more reliable for what you want to do.
For instance, if I'm doing like the A7 I have here, the screen obviously doesn't pop out. This is A7S II. There's so many cameras these days, I'm getting lost in my own little world. Yeah. The screen, obviously, you guys know, or a lot don't, doesn't really flip around. I have an HDMI, but then I have to power the external monitor, have to get a microphone in here. It's just like, I mean, and then alone, this is like, I love Canon glass because all my gear is Canon glass. So I got to get Metabones. That's acting up as of late. So it's like, there's, I mean, in that conversation or in that sentence that I just said right there, it's like 5 workarounds, and I'm like, eh. And I mean, Casey was the was the #1 dude back in the day when I started watching his stuff.
Yeah,
kind of fell off lately because life's just moving. But he was saying that if the creativity, if there's anything that gets in the way, then like it's just gonna just make it.
Yeah.
It's like I work on the iPad when I sketch a storyboard. No, I move that and I go like just pen and paper because like this stuff will never die. It'll just done, and then I will bring it to digital format. The same goes with the Red. I have unlimited record time, unlimited battery time ish. I can plug it into whatever I never do, but and then my audio is like just dialed, and my screen can just flip around super easy.
Yeah.
The only downside to the Red is the storage, the file system. It's obviously fat. So I've been archiving, down-resing, pro-resing, even to MP4 sometimes, because really it's just YouTube, and I am keeping like a 4K clean version of it. So if I do need to up-res on, I don't know, when YouTube goes full 4K or Netflix or anyone wants to pick me up, then I have that capability. But even with the Red to color science or to space raw, it shoots. I mean, I shot the episode today, the Chris Ray one, the one that I launched today. I shot it in like low light, and I just bumped all the settings up and I color tweaked it. And for me, when people hear Red, they're like, "That's insane, that's crazy." But for me, that's just what I know. It's not a workaround like AVCHD and MP4 and like, I don't know. It's foolproof for me. So I know that there's no gimmicks. Shutter speed is shutter speed, f-stop, and ISO. So that's why, to be honest, it's foolproof. I know it. So nice. I know these cameras too. It's just for me to go in through a Canon menu, to go through a Sony menu, to go through a GoPro menu. I'm already thinking before I even like trying to say or think what I'm trying to say. So yeah,
I get that. I get that that you're working with what you already know. I think that also has a lot to do with the way that you shoot it. So obviously, if you're not going, like you said earlier, you're not going around places holding it up with a little selfie stick and shooting yourself. I don't think you would ever use a Red. Nobody would. It's just not practical. Your arm would get tired within seconds. So yeah, it has a lot to do with that, and definitely makes a lot of sense. Now, question to you. So you go from, in terms of your gear arsenal there, you go from the A7S to straight up to the Red, or do you have anything in between? Do you have any other video camera that can take XLR or anything like that?
No, it's the Canon G5X or GX5. I can't see. I'm again with cameras. I'm very like let's work with what works and go.
Right.
But I have a little pocket Canon that just shoots 1080, and that's like a quick like, all right, set it up, let's do it, autofocus, everything's auto and go. But the way that goes is the GoPro, Snapchat spectacles, the little Canon, the 7D, everything is underneath the line, and then above the line is the A7 with the red. Those are my two, like 1 and 2. Nice. For instance, like if I'm in an airport and there's a cool scenario and I have my whole camera bag with me, I'm obviously not going to build the red quick enough, but 4K in my pocket works. A7 is really cool at night. Obviously low light, everyone loves it. And then if I'm climbing like a mountain or anything, 4K again in my pocket, don't have to carry a red battery that is literally the size of this whole unit. That's crazy. And the weight. So it's like, so yeah,
that's insane. Yeah, it is a lot of that. So someone that is trying to start a vlog, let's say, say, Chris, I want to start a vlog. What advice do you have?
Just be you. YouTubers, and I do not want to be called the YouTuber. I'm going to get that on digital paper. I do not want to be called the YouTuber. I respect everyone who does that. I am not. Call me a creative rather than a videographer too. I'm not a cinematographer. I am a cinematographer. I'm a creative director. I'm a president. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a skateboarder. I'm Chris. And that's my whole thing with Be Right Back. But to start out, I would say all the YouTubers are saying like do something different, and you can do something different. You don't have to, hold your camera like this, or you don't have to put yourself out there in the middle of a New York City street. You can go and make whatever you need to do in your neighborhood. Just be really creative at it. I mean, I'm dropping a video Thursday, a week today, and it's going to be on grip stands. I'll just tell you that. It's going to be on a C-stand. It's going to be on grip stands.
All
and
right.
I can tell you guys that. I can tell my answers. I can tell my secrets, everything like that. Every YouTuber will tell you the secrets, but it's the way, like I was saying, like, I don't know if it's in this video or the first video because you got cut off. It's just the way how I think and how you see it up here, and just translating that. So, I mean, if you're in a small town suburbia, that's where I came from. It was a small town. It was not fun, but I started making things that were fun out of it. And that's my best advice. Just be creative and be unique in your own way. And that's pretty much it. Yeah.
That's good. I really like that because, I mean, everyone is definitely trying to copy another YouTuber. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. Just don't expect too much, I guess, of an audience, because when everyone's doing it, then what makes it special, it's slowly fading away. So now I've seen tutorials where other people are teaching you how to vlog like Casey Neistat, which is nice. He does it really well. He does it very well, and I enjoy his videos as well. But I also like yours because there's something very unique to your videos that I don't know, like even. I mean, there's some of the things that like your videos are like those videos that you already kind of know this stuff, but it's still enjoyable to watch, I think yours are pretty much at that standard. That's pretty cool. And like I don't know if you're very familiar with the Film Riot videos, the Film Riot channel.
When
I started in doing in this industry, I watched that channel religiously so much. These days I don't watch it so much. Every now and then I'll go back and catch up if they do a camera review. I'll definitely watch that and see their thoughts on it, because they have a very unique style as well. I still enjoy them till today, because even though oftentimes I know the content that they're talking about, but they're just funny guys. I like how they present the content, and I just like to watch it for that individual reason. So that's that's pretty much plays into what you're talking about there, and definitely do agree. Being unique, and that's pretty much the entire industry.
I think as I do this more, I'm noticing that I was never really fond of school because people never really like they made it more of a task. And
Yeah.
it's like learning can be cool. Learning is so cool. And I mean, you can't just rely on YouTube anymore. You have to go out and do your own thing. You have to ask questions. You have to get out there, get your hands dirty. And that's what I firmly believe in. But it's also, I'm now creating in a way that it's like, I can teach in a fun way. And I never thought I could do that. Like in the grip stand video that I'm going to drop soon in a week, it's like there could be a few tips in there, but the way I presented it and the way I sold it to the kid watching it, it's like, damn, grip stands are cool. Like, and it's just a piece of metal. It really is just a piece of metal. So
cool. So we have a question here live. Mayank here on the chat is asking, is it okay if we copy someone else's style at first when you're just starting out and eventually find your own style? What do you think? I think,
I mean, you can learn stuff from that. I wouldn't.
I think that comes, in my opinion, in my I guess experience, I think that is okay. Eventually your own style is going to take over though. Because I started, if you go back and hear like my first few podcasts, I definitely, you could tell it's completely different from what the podcast is now. We're at, I think this is episode number 85 now. We've done 85 episodes. It's completely different. Appreciate that. And I think even a year from now is going to be completely different than what it is now. Maybe not too much different, but I quickly found my way of doing the podcast, which is very laid back, very casual, because that's the way that, one, it works for me, and two, I don't hear podcasts. I do hear podcasts like this, but not in this industry. Maybe there is. I've seen podcasts where there's a single host. I listen to them and I enjoy them very, very much. But there's, I like this back and forth because I have my opinion of doing things because I work a certain way. You have your opinion on doing things because you work a certain way. We probably don't work the same way on set. We work differently. My whole thing with delivering my message, which is the message of this podcast, is, your way might not work for me, but that doesn't make it wrong. That doesn't make your way wrong. There's so many different ways to do filmmaking, honestly. And, helping people find their way, their style is really what I kind of try to do. That's why I can never have a full answer when people ask me what camera should they get, what light should they get next. Like, it all depends on you. It all depends on how you shoot, how you like to shoot, what your clients are paying for, what equipment.
There's a lot of factors.
There's so many factors, and that's what I try to do. When I, for example, like one of my recent episodes is I just got new gear, and which is the Shogun Inferno, which is awesome. I love it. Let me explain to you what my thought process is behind that purchase, and things like that. The way I shoot things, why I shoot it that way, and that's why I buy this kind of gear. So that's the whole thing, and the whole, your way of doing your vlogging is your style, because that's the way you like to move, and that's how you present yourself. So again,
I'm gonna pull up my video because what I was gonna mention was my videos first started out in December for that month. It was very like, I needed an intro. I needed to be like, hey fam, what's going on, and do like everybody else. But now, if you notice the video I dropped for 2018, I don't need to say, what's up everybody, how's everybody doing today, or what's going on. Those are other people's tags. So you can, to answer the question, I mean, you can, but then you should break off fairly quick or find or see what works. That's what the whole thing is at the end of the day. That's probably the comma or the part two to that question or that answer. Copy it for a minute, see what it's like to be like, damn, because if I'm doing videos like twice a week, I mean, I'm running my own thing on the back end too with acrylics and everything, but for Casey to do a video a day, like, that's insane.
That is unreal.
It's insane. And you have a family, you got kids, you go travel and everything. It's insane. And people, hack them up online with comments. And it's like, you have no idea. I come in with obviously a little bit more production value on my thing, so that's how I want to shoot it. So,
Right.
but I give myself that time to give 2 videos a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays, and I make an effort to make it at 9 a.m. both days, just for me, for like as the check mark for the week to be fulfilled. So, I mean, I did hey, what's going on and stuff like that, and there was and it comes right down to I copied everybody on the clickbait. It was like 80K, I'm reading right here, 80K red camera versus Snapchat spectacles. Like, in a way I'm right, but at the same time, it's like, just say like use any camera, or, you know, just do it your way. And
right.
today's caption was that one connection. It's what I mean. Instead of saying found Santa's reindeer, which is a cool spin. And I'm going to leave that because it's all testing. It's all, no one's a professional. There's no rule book on anything. So not. Copy if you can, but just do it very minimal if you, if you want.
Yeah, the clickbait is definitely, it's good. I personally, I like to, I like to give titles to things like this that are more creative, like you just mentioned. But usually the ones that are more attractive are the ones that you really tell them what they're gonna hear in a way, like put, you know, if you're talking about the red camera, then yeah, you want to put red camera in the title somewhere, you know. So yeah, I mean,
I got less. It's funny because I got less video. It's kind of in the middle because I just launched one, and there's the other one but it's. I mean, I used clickbait on there, and I used a really good thumbnail, and it's still not the best. So it's like, just do you.
Right.
And the other thing to get into, I just had this thought too. It's like these bots and these chat bots and everything are just coming in, and people have fake followers. And then when you actually talk to them, the credibility isn't there. It's not like, it's like you don't add up to your numbers. And I think that I mean, I work with influencers, I work with athletes, I work with professionals on every level, because that's just where I'm at, and I want to be with those, in those circles. But when you really start seeing like their online presence with their numbers versus what they are in real life, that's, for me, that's where it's like, okay, he knows what's up, she knows what's up, or so for me, in my channels, I want to be organic as possible, because I want to start having real conversations in the social media bubble. And if I got to work twice as hard to climb that mountain, then I will do it. I'm super happy with these videos in this little corner that I put into my life, and I'm inviting people into the party because and I've got 600 followers on Instagram to my name, 35 2 digits on Instagram and LinkedIn and stuff too, but it's not about that. It's the experience at the end of the day, and clickbait isn't going to take you to these extents, like, so
yeah, man, I definitely respect that. That's awesome. I think that I personally, man, I love the channel. I love the content and your delivery and, you know, the editing and all that stuff. Definitely a big fan here. Where can people go to find everything about that, like about your vlog and all that?
It's Be Right Back Creating Something.com. That's the whole funnel. I got YouTube, I've got Facebook, and Instagram. Instagram is, there's a Be Right Back account, which I'm just gonna start putting the content there. But Chris Grubisa, ChrisGrubisa. That's my personal. That's where everything really micros down to like where it clicks. That's my daily thing. But Be Right Back, creating something.com, or BRB creating something.
I'm gonna put all those links, everything to the show notes, on the show notes for this podcast. Again, man, great work, keep it up. Definitely love to see that stuff. All right, I think this is a good ending point for the podcast. So thank you everyone that joined us live, and sorry for those that had us live earlier. We got shut down. Big mistake on my end. Sorry about that. So anyways, we're gonna go ahead and sign off. Don't forget, if you guys are listening on iTunes, leave us that review. We appreciate it. Go and subscribe over to Be Right Back creating something on YouTube. Awesome stuff. Mr. Chris Grubiza with us. Thanks for joining us, bud.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it. And thanks for joining in online as well.
Yes.